Season's greetings and salutations, fellow geeks. It's Mr. Chris from Diary of a Blinking Geek with my fellow DOALG cohorts. We are here with a very special Let's Talk Board Games with some very special guests. We're also going to be doing some awesome announcements and a competition and even a giveaway and a fun quiz. So, if you're up for a laugh this evening, we're going to sit back and relax and enjoy the show. Maybe even go grab yourself an eggnog and a mince pie, because it's going to be a hoot. So, relax, the show will be starting in just under a couple of minutes. Speak to them all in a moment. I wasn't dancing, honest. Hello, everybody. Season greetings. It's nice to see everyone. Wow. And some very festive people too, Mr. Dan.
I love
it. In my defense, I got an email that said, Chris would very much like it. That Chris, possibly, or that one.
Yeah,
that one?
Over here,
This Chris would very much like it if I wore a Christmas jumper because it's the Christmas show. And I said, Not going to happen. I don't wear Christmas jumpers. I don't own a Christmas jumper. And so my daughter decided to be very helpful and said, well, Daddy, if you don't have a Christmas jumper, you can wear my reindeer ears. And I said, that's cool. I can wear the reindeer ears. And then about 10 minutes ago, she turned up and went, and there's a nose that goes with it.
Brilliant. I love
Amazing.
it. I love it.
My daughter's reindeer ears and nose. And apparently she's actually supposed to be in bed right now, but she's watching this instead. So hello.
Oh, hello there. Dan's little one. So mine's fast asleep, as she should be. So I'm going to spot my t-shirt. There you go. I've got Mr. Brudolph.
Very nice. Is it me? Do I have to do like a catwalk thing now?
Okay.
Yeah,
if you want to. Yeah.
I've got a kind of it's a Merry Christmas traditional candy cane holly combo.
I like that.
Yeah,
I like that.
Sorry.
Here we go.
I wasn't briefed that this was a thing. I feel like I've been told now. I'll go and get a Christmas.
No, it's fine. And he's out of here. Right, so we've got loads of people joining us at the moment. We've got people live online. Some people can't make it tonight. George can't make it, so we send out our love because he's not feeling all too great. So thanks, George. We hope you feel better soon. Same to a couple of the other DOLG peeps. They're not too well either. I'm one of them, but I'm persevering. The show must go on. But yeah. So it's nice to see you all here. We've got people watching on YouTube. Buzzing Pet Rocks, hello. And we've also got people over on TikTok as well. Jared Bendis so hi there, guys. It's nice to have you. So it's just a general good attendance for the start. And there it is. Oh wow, that is a good jumper.
Quick change.
Seamless.
I have all my jumpers on hand, so it's fine.
That was pro. That was a pro switch. And we've also got and we got Simon saying hello as well. Hello there, Simon, over on YouTube. That's great. So wow, we've got a fun-filled show for you two all today. We've got lots to kind of go through, lots to cover. It's a more of a general chinwag tonight and just catching up and talking about some board games, what people have been playing. And of course, our guest Chris is going to be giving us a little bit of an update or something exciting, which he's allowed to tell us about, which is good. Dan is just a friend of the show from Stone Sword Games. He loves coming on and chatting to us, and we love having you on the show. So it's great to have you, mate. And it gives you a break from Discord. So. And of course, we've got Mr. Gregor right below me, our podcast editor-in-chief. And it's nice to have you on the show as well, because let's face it, we always enjoy it and I see you on screen, mate. So it's always good to have you. And of course, it's me, Mr. Chris. We've got, like I say, some cracking bits going on, and we've got people over on TikTok saying hello as well. So who cares? 323, hello. Hello.
I'm guessing that Who Cares 323 is someone's name rather than your response to people being on TikTok for this stream.
Yes, no, that's their user ID. That's their username. So it's all good.
Chris is too old for these newfangled kids' social media things.
Yeah,
Chris probably bemoans the loss of his MSN. I mean, his MySpace.
Oh God, I never used MySpace. I did use MSN, but what I missed. Who remembers Winamp?
Oh yeah, Winamp plugin is still a thing. Right? Yeah.
Do you even remember the load up tune? Winamp kicks the llama's ass.
I do not remember
Who
that.
came up with that?
I don't remember this.
I do. Yeah, here we go. Hi there, Joe Paul. Happy holidays to you too. It's really nice to see you. Great to have you on the show. If you've got any questions for anyone as we're going along, then please feel free. We'll try and put them on screen. And someone says, how about ICQ? Who remembers ICQ? Yeah. Imagine what it would be like now with the board gaming industry if we had ICQ. Crikey.
I don't know what this is.
ICQ was a web chat.
Yeah.
Spot the oldies, Dan. It's me and you, mate. I feel really old right now. Yeah, ICQ was a chat.
What was it? Paul said something in the office the other day about only people of a certain age remember it. I was like, yeah, and then I realised it was only me that was going, yeah.
Oh, dear me. Right, and Jared Bendis says he's watching this on TikTok on using Real Player.
No.
And who remembers GeoCities apparently as well. I remember GeoCities.
That was when you made your first horrendously discoloured website, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
All the one page of stuff people didn't care about.
Yeah, I had a Star Trek website. Yeah, I did.
I did a stint on the student radio when I was at university, and we made a GeoCities site to put the show on, and it was horrible. The show and the website, to be fair.
Yeah, I did a bit of student radio as well as a kid, so. Probably boded well for me doing this kind of stuff later on in life. Who'd have thought it? Well, like I say, we've got a few things we need to kind of go through, but it's a lovely intro. At 9 o'clock, we have got something very special to announce, because it's going to be hitting and activating on social media at that time as well. So we'll be letting you all know about it. In the meantime, for anyone who's not familiar and hasn't seen the show just of recently, we've got Chris Kingsnorth from Paperfort Games over on the top right-hand corner. We've got obviously Dan Knight in the bottom right-hand corner from Stone Sword Games. And like I say, we've got me and Gregor from Diary of the Lincoln Geek on the left-hand side. Now, if you want to go check out their subsequent companies, they're all there. You know, there's Paperfort Games. Go and check them out. They've got some great games. I'm not mentioning anything about a cute little Cosmoctopus that's right there. Yeah, you know, the cute little thing. Yeah.
Cheeky,
so if you've seen that on Kickstarter, that's what that's about. Yeah, and of course, we've also got many great titles that have also been done by the Stone Sword guys. So go check them out. I'm sure they've all got some amazing.
I don't have a little cuddly thing for us. We should make little cuddly Dans, right?
Yeah, especially if they're all wearing that outfit.
I can freely admit and happily say that Dan is very cuddly. So it's all good.
Cheers, Chris. Thank you. No, that's my expo this year sorted now, isn't it? Really?
Yeah. Expo, everyone's going to be cuddly. So you mentioned Expo, and that's actually also a very interesting thing as well, because of course we are back at UK Games Expo next year. It's all confirmed. We are booked. And for the first time, we are having our own stall. Yeah, we're having our own stand. we're going to be right next door to some great friends of ours, Brambledown Designs. And I believe we're not actually far from the Stone Sword stand either.
I think we're in the same place as last year.
Yeah, I don't think we're not far from you at all. So it should be good.
Be able to wave longingly at each other.
With the tentacle.
With the tentacle, yeah.
I'll bring the tentacle, and I'll just wave it at you.
Yeah. It could be something else this year. You might be promoting something else, not just the tentacle.
It could be. Well, that is true. There may be. I might have to get something else inflatable this year. Who knows?
You never know. I know. I remember the amount of work that you went through for that. Yeah.
I had some great phone calls with insurance companies trying to get my tentacle insured. Let's just put it at that.
You had to categorize it as like an art piece or something like that.
Yeah, it had to be. So if you said to somebody inflatable, they start getting a bit tetchy because that's like bouncy castles and things which have other things. If you call it, it turns out if you call it an air sculpture, people are fine with that. So anyone out there who's trying to get a giant inflatable tentacle insured, that's my top tip for you: air sculpture.
But surely that means like all the sort of like the wavy inflatable men that you see outside car washes are also air sculptures, and that we're sort of surrounded by air art in our day-to-day lives in a way that I feel like most people don't appreciate.
I certainly don't.
Brilliant. Well, there we go. That's it. So who knows what will be there this year? I find at UK Games Expo there's always some really interesting things done at stalls. So I'm always intrigued to see. Last year there was am I right in thinking there was like a wooden airship that was hanging from the ceiling over on the sides of I can't remember who it was advertising.
I want to say it was Cogatoo, but I don't think they were there.
Yeah, it was really impressive.
I can't remember now. Can you, Greg?
I don't remember.
We were a flurry around UK Games Expo last year.
You were busy, weren't you?
We were everywhere.
Yeah.
So now having a central space to be at UK Games, this coming year, will make it a lot easier. Because we were charging up kit at Paperfort Games. The guys at Paperfort Games were letting us use their power. So this year,
luckily, it didn't draw too much away from the tentacle. We didn't have any tentacle deflations secondary to it.
No tentacle deflations. No, not at all. So but yes,
right.
It's definitely an interesting one for to get the attention of people without a doubt.
And now you've got a stand this year. It means you'll have a place, if nothing else, just to store snacks. You don't have to go far for snacks. You can just have
and a coffee machine with a kettle.
You're going to bring the whole kitchen.
Not quite, but we're going to bring a kettle. Yeah, we're having power. We need it.
Very nice. All the mod cons on the.
Well, when we want to have a computer screen and power to edit stuff and run video cameras and live stream, we kind of need it. So for any of you out there that's watching it can't go, then of course you'll be able to keep up to date with everything UK Games Expo because we'll be covering quite a good chunk of it. So we enjoy doing it. So
and it'll look less wobbly next year as well because we'll have an actual place that people can come to us and speak to us instead of us having to hover around and hope that a gimbal doesn't suddenly lose battery mid-interview and all that sort of nonsense.
Yeah, without
I hate it when gimbals lose battery mid-interview. And they start giving all this. That's good.
Well, look, let's get on to the topic of some games, shall we? So, I've got some, I think I'm going to go to you first, Chris, because you've got some interesting news for us, haven't you? You're allowed to share?
Yeah, I'm allowed to share.
Yeah. So, do you want me to put the picture up first?
Oh, yeah, go on then. Just for people to have a little look at. So, I am lead developer at Paperfort Games, and people will know us probably if they know us at all for Cosmoctopus, which is the game that we've just kickstarted and we're currently doing the pledge manager leading into fulfillment for. But actually, just last week we have signed our next game in the Paperfort line, and this is a picture of the prototype version of this game, which we're going to redo the art and stuff. But this is a game that's currently called Life at Depth, but will probably be called something more like Fathom. And essentially, it's a game about exploring the deep sea for interesting creatures. And it kind of, the way I would describe it to anyone, if anyone's played Cascadia, I would describe it as Cascadia Plus, in the same way that I often describe Cosmoctopus as Splendor Plus. So you're kind of engine building with some more decisions and interesting things going on. This is very much like that. And we're going to be setting it probably in the near future, and you're going to be divers with submarines. And as we're Paperfort Games, it wouldn't be a Paperfort game without some cuteness added into the game. So these little subs that you're going to send out will be autonomous subs that have characters that you can control and look after to send down to see what's in the depths of the bottom of the sea. So think bioluminescent creatures in the gloom and discovering all sorts of things down at the bottom of the sea. So more information to follow about that. We're in the early stages, but we're excited. I've played it at UKGE, and then Dan, the designer, came to find me at Essen when I was at Essen, and we played it again, and I was very excited to play again, and decided that it was one for us, and I think it's going to fit really nicely with our line. So yeah, very excited about that.
I like the sound of it already.
Yeah, it's one of those really, really fun, some really lovely tokens, some bag building stuff. So people that like that tactile nature of Cosmoctopus of moving stuff around is going to have that same kind of feel, that reaching into a bag, the clank of the wooden tokens, all of those tactile things you want from a game like that. So
yeah, well, Simon says it looks fantastic, so that's always a good start. And George, well, it wouldn't be George. It looks shiny.
It does look shiny, and that's just a handmade prototype which Dan made, which is incredibly nicely made. And we're going to be playtesting that, getting it out in front of people. It's been playtested a lot. Dan's actually won some awards for the game already, despite it not being a game that's out, but at prototype conventions, he's won some
I saw that. I think I included that on the graphic. Where is it?
Yes, it was on there. I think the trophy was on there. So he's in France. He's been to a couple of things in Europe, and he's won both votes from the public that are playing and also from the judges at these prototype things. So I think
that's fantastic.
That means it's not just me that likes it, which is always
good. That bodes well. And we've not got any comments from anyone on TikTok about it, but it's nice to see that everyone else likes to look at the start of it. No, fantastic. We'll obviously keep in the loop on that one. I've been playing all sorts of new stuff. Sorry, Gregor, did you have a question, right?
Yeah, well, I was wondering whether, are you consciously now going for a deep sea theme on games? Is that just happy accident?
It wasn't that though. Yeah. Maybe it's just anything with cephalopods in now. It was more that it kind of fits because it's like if we've gone all the way into space and the kind of gloom of space, now let's go in the other direction and go down to the bottom of the sea and see what weird things we can find there. And it kind of, it just feels like it fits with our line. So it wasn't a conscious decision, but, maybe I've been influenced so much by the Great Inky One now that I don't make my own decisions anymore.
I love the Great Inky One. I mean, come on. I when I tell people that I did the review and I played it, I still have the copy.
I don't have a copy.
I've already got one copy.
Review copy. Yeah. If you've seen this and you like this and you've backed this, give us a little heart or a thumbs up on Facebook or YouTube or Twitch or whichever platform you're watching on, just so we can see how many people are here already backing. Because it's nice to know that how many people obviously watch the show that have also backed it. I know of at least two of us in DOALG, and one other through a friend who definitely have. Can we find Cosmoctopus if we go deep enough? Ooh, that's an interesting question.
I imagine so. As the the lore goes, if you go to the bottom of the sea, you pop out in space.
Hi, Bez.
Hello. Hello, Bez.
Yeah, nice to see you on. So, but yeah, it says Chris and Chris United. Yeah, that's not at all confusing. We haven't got confused yet, though. That's always a good start. So yeah, we've got a few people that are saying that they're following it, which is and have backed it, which is good. I mean, the Kickstarter did very well, so you can't complain.
No, we were. I was very, very happy. Lovely support from everybody. And as I said, when I was doing my updates every day, I was kind of blown away more and more each day by just seeing that people still wanted it. They were engaging, and that was really lovely. So yeah, and thank you to you for doing the review. As you can see, you know, you've been putting out the tentacles into the world for us. You see.
Yeah. And the thing is, what was even nicer was the designer, Basim, Henry, even reached out and followed us on the platform ourselves. So you know, he's a friend and a follower on TikTok. So if you're on TikTok, you can obviously find Henry Oberdine on there as well. So check him out. He's, you know, keep an eye on him, because I can see some great stuff coming from. So it's a good start. But yeah, I've received just the other day, which I've really enjoyed playing, which is a new one for, you know, I wasn't ready to receive. There was a couple actually, which are due to be reviewed very soon, but I did want to highlight this one because I was actually quietly impressed with it. Has anyone else seen this or played this yet?
I've seen that, and I think if I remember rightly, I can't remember the name of the designer off the top of my head, but I've definitely seen stuff about it, and I saw it in Luderati, one of our local game
Peter
stores.
McPherson.
Yeah, and I was really close to picking it up, so I might have to take
might want to. You might want to. So if you're a fan of Ticket to Ride, okay, this has more depth and a bit. You know, you're less rigid with your ticket system, if that makes sense, because obviously your routes have got to go particular ways. This is wormholes, and you choose and place where your wormholes go. You've got a limited amount of wormholes, and it just plays really well. So full review is going to be coming, but it's definitely one on the radar for people to check out if you like those style of games. Mara on TikTok says hi, and she's new to the board game scene as well, and I think she might like this one as well, because I've seen the type of games she likes. Gregor, what about you? Anything new your end that you've played recently?
Not that I've played particularly recently. I feel like one of the things I was genuinely going to mention as game from the year, and then I've literally seen her pop up in the chat, was the fact that Bez has been doing a new game at every convention this year, which is insane.
It is insane, and
he's
done an amazing job.
Incredible production effort. And they're all pretty good as well. Which is, I would recommend. I've picked, I think, a few up throughout the year. Which have been like consistently things that keep coming back to the table this year. It's much to the point where I don't think I've actually got any on the shelf. They are going to be sitting around my house somewhere. I might have. Is that this is? Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, no, well, credits due where credits due, Bez. You do come up with some great games, and congratulations on the signing and getting your game out in France. Well done.
Well done. Très bien.
Well done. Très bien. So yeah, no, we all love Bez. She works her ass off.
True story.
So yeah. What about you, Dan? Have you played anything new or fun and this recently that's not ones that you guys have been working on?
Well, I got invited to a board game retreat the end of November.
Oh, nice.
To basically they take over like a lodge / hostel in the middle of the North Yorkshire moors, where there's like no internet and no phone, and it's like 30 people stuck in a building having to play board games. It was a chore, Chris. It was terrible.
Oh, sound like heaven.
I played a very good 6-player game based on a spaceship with hidden roles that I quite enjoyed.
Okay. Oh, right. The one we don't mention. Okay, you played it. Nice one.
Yeah.
Hey, guys.
I did get to play Heat as well, Pedal to the Metal, which I really enjoyed. It's rare.
Good things about that.
Yeah, it's rare that I'll play a game and immediately want it. And as soon as we finished playing, I was like, that's going on the Christmas list. I really, really enjoyed Heat, which is weird. I really don't like Flamme Rouge. Me and Flamme Rouge don't get on. But Heat, I really, really enjoyed. So I don't know if
what is it about Flamme Rouge that you don't get on with them?
But yeah, I really liked Heat.
Okay.
What else? Still working on Daimyo, which is the Martin Wallace game we're doing.
Yeah.
We're probably about 90% done now. The solo mode's pretty much done, I want to say. It just entered heavy playtest. So once that's done, that's pretty much ready to go, ready for next year. And that's about it, board game wise. Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay. Fantastic.
I wish I had something cool and new to show you. I feel like Chris has just outdone me by going.
No, it's fine. Well,
I've got nothing. Yeah, I've got prototype card sheets. This is Daimyo cards from like a month ago.
Oh wow!
They don't even look like this anymore.
Are they expired already?
Yeah. It's basically just some art changes for the characters and color changes and stuff. But yeah. So.
Yeah.
But I mean, I imagine once it's done, I'll come back on and I'll be able to show you guys some really cool new stuff. So David Digby's done solo for us, and he's made some really cool little mechanics that we've kind of backwards engineered a couple into the main game, so it feels like the same experience when you play. So if you play it 6 players or you play it solo, it should feel like the same game. The one thing we didn't want was it to be like 2 completely different board games where if you play with a group, it plays this way. If you play solo, it feels different. So it should feel like the same game all the way through. So we're quite happy with that. So it's looking good.
Fantastic. I'm looking forward to playing it myself in person at last. I know George has been, doing some extensive stuff with you guys, and I just don't get the time with everything else that's going on in my life, which is day job, running this lovely website, and running a Lego store and all sorts. So it keeps me. I'm a busy little chap. Not even little. I'm a big boy. But no, it's all good. And we've got an exciting announcement to mention in a couple of minutes, so I'm just acutely aware of the time. But I will quickly ask people who are watching, what games have you been playing? Pop them up in the chat, and we'll pop them up in a moment as well too. And the same across to everyone on TikTok. If you're enjoying the show, give Shannon some love. Smash that like button. I'd like to see our live show hit well over 1,000 or a couple of thousand likes on there before we leave at the end of the night. There was one last thing I wanted to highlight, because we're doing a review of this, but I have played it and I was actually quietly impressed with it. I don't know if anyone here has seen it, but has any of you actually checked out Acroma?
Oh, yes.
I've heard of it, but I don't know much about it, Chris.
Okay, the artwork in this is stunning. Okay, if you anyone heard of Studio Ghibli? Yeah, and that kind of anime manga art style. Yeah, the cards in this is something else. And I can't just say it, being someone who's visually drawn to games. I'm not at all, like that, am I, Gregor? No. If a game looks pretty, it's going to get my attention. But some of the artwork in this is just something else. And I like the finish on the cards as well. But the game plays really well as well. I'm just clarifying a couple of mechanic things that I wasn't too sure about before we finalize the review. But if you haven't seen this, it's definitely worth checking out. It plays very well, and definitely
really
something
nice
on the radar.
Really nice color palette from what we can see there.
Yeah, this is one of the things they pride themselves on, is the color palette. They've nailed the art on it, I think. In completely honest, and they've even opened up an Acroma store in Portsmouth, which is a brave thing to do. So I wish them all the best with it, and I hope our review helps.
What does that? I know you're literally about to do an announcement. What does that involve? Is it a store that sells one game?
Yeah, they hold tournaments there. They sell all their expansions. They run events there at their Acroma store down in Portsmouth. So if you're down in Portsmouth and you like card games and gaming in general, it's definitely one to check out. But we'll have a full detailed review on this in January. In the meantime, we've also got something really cool. We'll come to people's comments after the announcement. So sorry, Joe. Sorry, Buzz and Pets Rock and Bez. We'll look at those in a moment. But I'll just quickly do this announcement and then we'll go from there. So we've got some lovely friends that some of you guys may be aware of called the Bramble Design Studios. We met them at UK Games Expo 2 years ago now, And every time we go, we love having a chat with them. We love having a cup of tea with them. And we also follow them on Instagram. Now, some of you guys may be aware, if you watch them and follow them on Instagram, every day, pretty much without fail, at 11 o'clock, they have a lovely cup of tea. And they'll talk about some of the things that they've been doing. But one of the big things they do is produce some amazing pop culture artwork. And they have kindly sent us over quite a lot of stuff to give away. Yeah, that's right. We're doing a big giveaway with them and ourselves. It'll be live now as of 9 o'clock. All the information should be on our social media platforms. So if you follow us on Facebook and you follow us on Instagram, you'll be able to find all the details for that. But I'll pop it up on screen now as well. We've got some amazing prizes to give away, some lovely pieces of artwork. Have a check some of those out. Yeah. It is UK only, guys, I'm afraid, on this particular instance. Because the last time we did a worldwide giveaway, it kind of killed the bank account. So in this instance, we've got 6 prizes. So 3 large print and 4 smaller prints, which they call their, if I remember correctly, their ACEOs, which is their little trading card art collectibles. And they're gorgeous. As you can see there, the samples, the sets of 4s that we're going to be, we're giving away, thanks to them. So if you want to enter and you're interested, yeah, Gregor, bless him there in the background. You can, if you head on over to Instagram, if you aren't already following us, make sure you're following us and them, and make sure you comment "Let's Talk Board Games" and Bramble Down Designs with the hashtag, and of course, share and comment at least 4 friends, and then it will be drawn in January. So all the information's there, but there's some amazing stuff and some lovely pieces of art. I will actually just take that off screen, and I'll just show you some of the pieces that I've got here in hand, because they're amazing. Simon and Pamela are wonderful people. They're so funny, and if you aren't following them, do. The Instagram 11 o'clock cup of tea every day is just hilarious. And it's not always talking about their artwork. They'll talk about, geek board games, because Simon loves board games much as we do. And he produces all this himself. So here's a really good one. You can say these are not small. I really like the Battlestar Galactica one. I don't know why. I wonder why I like this one. So that's really cool. And then the last one, because it's Kermit the Frog! Hi! I like the Christmas Carol!
Very nice. Classic.
Yeah.
Classic Christmas film.
Yeah.
What a class.
Yeah. So, yeah. And then, of course, the little trading card collectible ones look really, really good as well. So, they were like, we'd like to do a giveaway with you. Can we send you some stuff? And I'm like, yeah, of course you can, guys. And they just chop that lot at us. So we can't thank them enough. So, do them a solid as well, and share and send out some love for them. And hopefully we'll be able to give these away in the new year. Okay, so exciting. Right, so we'll go back to the comments, because we were talking about some of the board games that people have been playing. Who we got first? So Joe Paul, what's he got to say? Also a reminder for those at DLG in particular, I'm currently working on a fan-made P&P Star Wars game. Oh, and it's reminded me of something. Earlier this year, that was a promise for a starship crew of Gungans. Oh, God, to do the Castle Run as a Star Wars role play at the end of the year. Right. It hasn't been forgotten about. I say that.
I definitely haven't forgotten about it. I'm totally up for it.
Yeah.
But I'm not the organisation guy.
No.
You want to be
Steph has actually written it. And she's done the prep. It's just she's just been really busy with work and a bit of sickness. So as soon as the lovely Stephanie, our Dino Girl resident expert for roleplay, will be running that, and we'll be doing that live streamed. So because I know we are clearly aware that we're sponsored to do that.
I don't think that we did promise it by the end of the year, but it will happen.
It will happen. Joe.
It has not.
Will. It's not been forgotten, but thank you for reminding us. Bez says she's played quite a lot of BGA last week. Drones versus Seagulls was my favourite. Yeah, I've heard good things about that.
Drones. I've never heard of that, but it sounds amazing. I'm in. I'm in for just for the
Drones
name.
versus Seagulls. I want bring on the winners of the Seagulls. A perfect info game, area control, but each area you take over has an effect, which leads to an amazing combos. Seems simple. Yeah, I'm sure it's not, but that does sound interesting. I like the trick of that. I think Greg is checking that out now.
I'm looking at it now. Yeah.
Yeah. And then, of course, there is also indeed a few folk who still don't know Ghibli. Yes. Yes. Well, we won't mention that. People who don't mention that. And the one you don't mention, Merchant's Cove, Gollum, Nova Luna. Oh, okay. That's interesting. Yeah. Someone who likes Nova Luna. Well, that will bring up something else in a moment. And then we've also got Buzzin' Pet Rocks. There's no worries. It makes sense with the current shipping prices, but it would only be local. Yes, it will only be local, the quiz, yeah. So all of UK. So we'll include Wales in that, an island. So
I mean, that seems fair.
Yeah.
We'll include the parts of the UK that are in the UK, yeah.
Yes. But sometimes they exclude it. I'm mentioning it now.
We'll include Cornwall. We might do. I'll keep, unless you interrupt me, I'm going to just keep listing places. We'll do Bristol.
Okay. So Nova Luna. I can't remember. It was 1 a.m. Right. Okay.
I think it was whether it's Nova Luna or Luna Nova, the name.
Luna Nova, right?
Well, it's Nova Luna because I've got it right here.
You've got a reference copy for that exact reason.
Well, it's not just that exact reason. There is a reason why this is looming in the background. And for anyone who is going to be joining the trivia at the end of the show, this goes to the winner. Yep, that's right. So our little social media trivia that's going to be taking place on Facebook. Or if you just want to come on and just play for the fun of it as well, if you're not in the UK, but if for those in the UK, whoever does win it, got a chance to win that. So, yeah. Okay, Mouth. What's he saying? I think submarine themed crazy words. The mission. I've not heard of those. Interesting.
I don't know whether it's the deep sea mission thing that is the version of the Crew that.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
The Crew, yeah.
Yeah. I don't really like it, but I know that's not. So, yeah.
We can't like everything, Rico. We don't. And we've clearly proven it when we've done reviews in the past that we, when we don't like something, we don't like something. So, what were the worst two we've ever done? You wrote one, and I think Dan did one, didn't he? Dan did Twilight, yes, the board game. Yeah, don't touch that with a large ball.
The Twinkly Vampire Twilight.
Yep.
Yes.
There's a board game for that.
Yeah,
of course. I'm in. I need to know more now.
Okay, right. All the information's on the website.
It's terrible.
Does Dan still have his? Does our Dan still have his copy?
Yes, and did he sell
perfect.
it? I can't remember.
That's perfect giveaway material for 2023.
Oh, there you go then, Dan. If you've still got your copy, mate, we're going to do a giveaway. If not, I might have to buy another copy.
Yeah, don't make promises.
No.
And the other thing that we gave a 1 review to was the digital edition of Trivial Pursuit.
Oh,
Trivial Pursuit Live 2.
Yeah.
Live 2.
Oh yeah, there's a sequel, and it doesn't need to exist.
Oh well.
It's
one of those things, though, isn't it? They're like, I think they're context dependent. Like games I wouldn't usually choose to get out. Like if it's Christmas and there's family around, and I've had a couple of sherries, and I'll go for a Trivial Pursuit. But the digital Live 2 Electric Boogaloo, I'm not sure about that one.
It's themed like a game show, so you've got little the main difference between the original Trivial Pursuit Live, and I have written several words about this on the website, the main difference between the original Trivial Pursuit Live and Trivial Pursuit Live 2 is that they've added more avatars of characters that you can play as.
Can you play three Beagles in a trench coat?
No, you still it's a fixed list of set of avatars. They
I
just
feel they're
added-
missing a trick there.
Yeah, I would choose that, Dan. Personally,
Okay.
as my
Crazy
character.
words could be German. You get 9 letters, and you need to invent a word given a theme. Can be fun with the right people.
Cool. I'm gonna have a look at that because I'm always up
Sounds
for new
like
word games.
I must admit, I like a good word game.
Cool. I'm gonna put that on my list to look at. It's like things like classic is like like bananagrams and apple letters and stuff like that.
I was literally
Yeah, is that what you're gonna say?
Yeah, literally, I was about to mention bananagrams. Yeah, because I play with my cousin's little girl, and she kicks my ass at it. She really does. She's really good at it. Yeah, very good at it.
Right. I'm going to look up crazy words.
Yeah, that's on my list as well. There we go. This is what happens when we do this show. We all come out with, I want to try that game and I want to try that game. And it's crazy. I mean, on my shelf of opportunity is Sanctuary, and I've still not played that, but I'm desperate to play it. Has anyone got anything of interest of recent that's on their shelf of opportunity that's desperate to play?
Yeah, I do.
What's that? What's yours?
Well, I got Clank Catacombs. I got a copy of Clank Catacombs the other day, and I'm just waiting for an opportunity to play it because I've been busy in the evening. So for anyone that's played Clank, the original, the deck building adventure, this turns it on its head a little in that now you build the dungeon as you go. So whereas before it was a fixed board, now it is tiles that have 4 routes on, and you draw a new one when you reach the edge of an old one. And so you can turn them. So kind of like if anyone's played Sorrow and you've got those, like you're making routes, it's like that plus Clank. The artifacts, you don't know when they're going to turn up. So the kind of dash and run old like technique used to be able to do
I
original
really
Clank.
like the sound of that. What have you done?
That's kind of gone. Dan's shaking his head because that's his like modus operandi for playing Clank. But it's really nice, and I'm really excited to play it because they've just chamfered some of the edges, taken a few little things from Clank Legacy that look nice, and a lot of people who I've heard talk about it say it's kind of, if you're going to buy a Clank game now, this one is kind of a really good starting point. So yeah, I'm really excited about that because I love Clank. My wife loves playing Clank, and we just don't have it, so I've waited till we got Catacombs. So it's quite hard to get hold of recently in the UK because of all the pre-orders. And I managed to get a copy from our local game store, so that was really nice. I could actually go and physically pick it up. I didn't have to wait for the postman to drop kick it over the fence or whatever.
So you mentioned local game store. So what's your local game store?
So we're very lucky. We've got 2 in Nottingham, actually. So the one I got it from is called the Dice Cup. Very nice, dog-friendly, vegan-friendly local game store. Does lots of tournaments, Magic the Gathering, things like that. And we've also got Luderati. Luderati is kind of it's like a cafe with a huge wall of games, kind of modern. They do pizzas and stuff like that. So we've got a nice choice in Nottingham between what kind of vibe you want, whether you want a kind of traditional game store vibe or more of kind of modern kind of vibe.
And then if you're into 40k and Warhammer, you've got Bugman's Bar at Warhammer World, haven't you? So, which I miss. I haven't been for so long.
So yeah, we're very lucky. We're in the middle of the country and where Games Workshop was. So yeah, not many places have 2 game stores with different identities which last for as long as these 2 have. So that's always a good sign.
What about you, Dan?
My shelf of opportunity, I've got the War of the Ring card game, which I picked up at Essen, because I got talking to the guy from Ares, and I said, I happen to be working and I can't come over during sale time. And he said, well, if at the end of the day we've got any left, I'll keep one to one side. And on day 2, I think they had 3. And so he kept one for me on the Friday. So I picked that up. I played it 2-player.
Wake up, Chris. I'm dreaming.
It doesn't quite work at 2-player. It's like the opposite of War of the Ring, the board game.
Yeah,
War of the Ring, the board game is a 4-player game that's actually a 2-player game because it's a much better 2-player game. But the card game seems to be the opposite, that it seems to be that it looks like it plays a lot better with 4 players. I just can't get 4 people around a table at the same time to play it.
Pairs. You need pairs for it. I played it at UK Games Expo and I really enjoyed it. And we're currently in the process of waiting for some review copies to become available because they've all gone. Because of course it's very popular.
if only there was someone who had a copy on his shelf trying to find people to play with.
Yeah.
If only that was a thing, right?
Well, look, we're hopefully going to be doing another Diary Lincoln Geek board game get together with the golf venue that we used last time here in Lincoln, which is the oh my god, it's gone from my head. It's my brother-in-law's venue as well. He's going to shoot me.
Virtually golf.
Virtually golf. Yes, that's it. Thank you.
Above all the restaurants, it's a lovely place to go.
Yeah.
And visit.
It is a really nice place to go, and we hosted a board game event there, so we're going to be doing one again in the new year. So we might give you a shout when we're doing it.
Yeah,
if you're up for it.
That, yeah.
Yeah.
I come too.
No. Of course you can.
No.
You were busy last time when we invited you.
All are welcome.
Yeah, no, everyone's welcome. This is the thing, this is the whole point. It gives people the chance to come along and play games with us, and get to meet other people as well, and within the gaming community. So if you're game designers, you're welcome to come along as well. So, but we'll put another notice out when that's ready and organised. So, but that'll be good. So yeah.
Yeah, if you want to come down, Chris, I guess you can come in the car, I suppose. What a lot of people don't probably realise is Chris has been put on this earth for one reason and one reason only. What is that reason, Chris?
To disagree with Dan.
Disagree with Dan, yeah.
No, I haven't.
Dear me. No. He's been put on this earth to bring Cosmoctopus to us. Oh, hell.
I am but a vessel for the great Inquisitor.
I know. Yes, you are. Exactly. So, but yes, I was quite happy today. I got a couple of things come through the post, which I was really happy to see. And Gregor will remember this one. And you guys might have seen it at UK Games Expo. But who's seen the Cake of Doom?
I have not seen the Cake of Doom.
Oh, right. Well, look, it's going to be coming to Kickstarter in the new year. We've got our review copy ready because it's a prototype, and the review will be coming out in the new year. But I've been so excited to see this because the artwork's really, really bloody nice. And Pearl and Amar, who've designed this, have painstakingly been working on this for a while now. Bless them, and life gets in the way sometimes, and weddings and illnesses and all sorts kind of stop things at times, and it's definitely one to go and check out. So if you haven't checked out the Kickstarter yet, or you aren't following them, go and follow them on social media and have a look at it, and keep an eye out for our review, because our review will be coming out in the new year.
Is that Rainy Day Games?
Rainy Day Games, yeah.
I'm going to follow them on the gram.
Yeah. And if you want to follow it on Twitter and Instagram,
the page is just Cake of Doom on.
Yeah,
post.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Thank you, Gregor. So yeah, and the illustration design was done by Rob Ingle. So
I know that name. Why do I know that name?
I don't know. Why do you know that name?
I don't know. I know that name.
Yeah.
What else has he done?
I'm not sure. I'd have to Google it.
My
My powers of multitasking, 2 screens and lots of chat stuff coming up is being bamboozled. So Bez has seen it, and he's like, the final art. I believe it is. It's very close, if not the final art. And he says it's fun to play. So yeah, which is good. So, and I've seen lots of people playing it, and they've all said it's fun to play. So, but like I say, proper breakdown will be hitting the website as you've seen them before, where we'll give it a good, we'll break it down into the relevant categories. And also the other thing that turned up, I don't know how many people are subscribed to gaming magazines, but I took this out when I went to Tabletop Live, and I got my new copy. Just turned up today. There's some good stuff in it already. Yeah. Is anyone else subscribed? Yeah.
Mate. Yeah, I got mine today as well.
Yeah. And does anyone else subscribe to any other gaming mags? I mean, we have this and Set It because we like to try and keep on top of, everything.
I don't subscribe to any others. I sent it's beautiful. I probably will get the odd copy. In fact, Henry's done an interview about Cosmoctopus in the start of next year's issue.
Was it next year's? Isn't it already? I thought he already been in it.
Oh, is he? Have I missed it?
Hang on a second. Greg, get it out while I find it. 1 second.
Okay, please stand by while Chris.
Please stand by while I check how badly I've dropped the ball on this one.
I've got a copy of Senate as well, but I could have gone and got, but not good enough apparently.
Yeah, I thought it was coming out in the January one. However, it could be that it has come out already because it comes out before.
I think is that they are now quarterly rather than 1 of 2, 3. So they're now quarterly as of 2023, which is good news.
Cool.
Like to hear about.
I might be wrong, but I swear I saw it.
There's a really good American one, which is called. What's it called? 1 second, please. Casual Game Insider. That's sort of.
I've heard good things about that.
Yeah, and you can get it online digitally. It's got a lot of content, and it's been going for a while. It's one that's I think in fairly wide distribution in like news agents over in the US, from what I've heard.
Maybe not.
I must have imagined it. Yeah, I think it's January. From what Henry said, I think he's done the interview. It's going to come out in the next one. But Senate is just, if no one's seen Senate, who's in it's beautiful. Very stylish. It's like it's like
my copies are
the Ferrari of game magazines.
Yeah, I don't bend the spines.
No, and are they like they're like matte, aren't they? On the front covers, like they're not shiny. They've got like a finish to them. Oh, look at that.
It's one of those where, when instead of with magazines where sort of they just tend to get chucked in the recycling or binned after they're done, this is the sort of thing that people have on their bookshelves. And they're like, look, I've been subscribing to Senate since issue 1.
Early adopter, hashtag early adopter.
Yeah. They go on the coffee table, not propping the leg up.
They're actually in my glass cabinet. Yeah. I've got glass cabinets over there, and I'll show you with the camera. There you go.
Oh, behind the scenes sneak preview.
Yeah.
I was going to room full of cardboard boxes.
Hey, this is tidy. This is tidy-ish. Trust me. It wasn't a few hours ago.
Decoration-wise.
Yeah.
Yeah. So otherwise, I don't subscribe to any others.
Okay.
But tabletop gaming is a nice one. It's got plenty of info in it. I like their kind of the articles they do. They tend to do like a year in gaming. I don't know if that feature's still going, but it'll be like 2000, the games of 2000, and it'll have like a little history about what was out. It's like Pokemon was on TV, and
I think it probably is January. I'm probably imagining the articles and getting things mixed up.
Maybe.
But I see stuff.
Well, thank you for checking.
No, that's all right. Sorry, I need to go in a few minutes, but it's been great to watch the rest later.
Thanks, I just want to circle around really quickly to Mouth. I looked up Crazy Words. It looks great. It's got very good reviews, I must say, even on BGG. But there is, on Amazon, Mouth, if you got it in Germany, there is Crazy Pics, which is the picture version. It's got great reviews. At the moment, it looks well cheap. So you might be able to get yourself a Christmas bargain there, just saying.
Just looks so good.
Say cheap. I was expecting you to say stylish or something. It's cheap.
Happy holidays, Muff. Yeah, so that's good. Thanks for coming and joining the show. It's really good for you. What I also like about this being the exclusive subscriber covers, I do like that because they're different to the ones that hit the shelf. And with it, you get an exclusive subscriber bonus, and this month was a free mini all-in expansion for micro macro.
Would that make it a micro expansion?
Yes. I actually followed your train of thought. That was almost a Sheldon Cooper kind of moment. Oh man, the things that people say. No, Mouth likes the look of that. He says he's going to have a look at that, which is always nice. Here we go. So, wow, where's the time gone? It's crazy. It's like
time flies when you're having fun.
Time flies when you're having fun. It's crazy. It really is. Apparently, my internet connection's being unstable. That's not good. It's brand new internet. Come on, internet.
You don't look unstable.
This is fresh internet.
It is. It's fresh internet.
Pipes.
Yeah, exactly. Straight down the fiber to my door. I don't know. It's TikTok, playing up. It's fine.
I can show you. You asked me the question, and then they started disagreeing with each other. But I can show you what is on my shelf of opportunity if you want.
Yes, please. Yeah. No. We it's the Christmas show.
You gave me this after Expo as a game to review, and I haven't got round to reviewing it yet.
Or even opening it by the look of it.
Oh no, it's still in cellophane. I don't. It's I want to have the premium unboxing experience when I review it. Yeah.
You don't want the smell to get out before you review it, do you?
No,
you want to get that fresh box smell at the time. Yeah. It's part of the experience.
Yeah.
And I think I might actually take this as a game to try and play with some section of the family at Christmas, because it plays up to 8 people, which is far more than a number of people than I can ever get around a table at one time.
Yeah.
So that might be something coming soon, but not the first wrestling themed game that I was given this year to review, but I'm looking forward to playing this. That's shelf of opportunity material.
Oh, there you go. That's good. Yeah, we didn't get a chance to come back round to you, did we? So sorry, Gregor.
No, it's fine.
Yeah. No, I think we've covered quite a lot tonight, and if there's still a couple of bits that we wanted to cover as well. I'm just going through my notes. Bear with me. I never have to do this, but I'm going to have to double check and make sure we've covered everything. We've talked about the trivia, yes, and did I splash that up on screen? That is what we're giving away to our trivia winner after we finish the main live stream. Yes, hello. I'm moving out the way. Yes, this lovely copy of the game we're going to be giving away.
I don't know why I'm moving, because it's a splash thing, so it's in front of us.
Yeah, it's fine. It blocks my face. It accidentally happens to Gregor a lot, and I feel bad every time I do them.
I just have to get more creative every time. That I have to,
There you go. How about you feel better? You take the top right-hand corner. So there you go. Let's mix it up.
Cool.
There you go.
No. So, what is this trivia thing I hear so much about, Chris? And how can people be gifted a copy?
Right, so we're gifting a copy to the winner of the trivia, which is going to be happening by live reacting on our Facebook channel once we've finished with the live show. So if you want to head on over and keep an eye out for that hitting and going live, we will be kicking that off and having some more continued fun. The guys may or may not be joining us. It's completely up to them. Yeah. So I will make sure
the next bit of fun is optional, whereas this fun was mandatory fun.
Yes, this fun was mandatory. Yes.
I'm a big fan of mandatory fun. When I move to Nottingham next year, the guys have been told there'll be mandatory fun to be had on a weekly basis.
Oh, there you go then. Are you actually making the move? Are you?
Yeah, I had the boxes. So yeah.
Ah, okay.
So I have my last time I was on, I had the giant shelf of games, but it's now gone. Things you shouldn't do with a board game collection, just anybody moving house. Because we're going to show the house to sell it, I've put my entire board game collection in storage pretty much, so that we can turn, it doesn't look like it from behind me, turn this room back into a bedroom. So when people come and have a look at the house and go, and this is the biggest bedroom in the house, because it's now a bedroom again. So I put all my board games in storage, and then realized that I've got this giant empty room in my house that I can put board games in. So I proceeded to buy more board games. So yeah, I don't know where they're all going to go when they come out of storage, to be honest.
Oh, no, it's fine. You'll find some. You might get some Kallax units like me.
I've been told I'm going to buy more Kallax. The downstairs room. This is kind of my area because I work from home. This is kind of my office / games /
me too. This is where
and I've been told no more Kallax because it's like a showroom for IKEA. Because I've got a Malm daybed, Malm desks. Everything in this room is from IKEA apart from the chair.
Yeah, pretty much here as well. Where my desk is, if you want to, the desk is a mess. Look, there you go. Look, there you go. Chris's desk. It's not as pristine as people think it is.
I mean, that's tidy by comparison, right?
Yeah, to a degree.
I think I've hidden mine behind my name bar.
You got the dump section around down the side.
There you go. That's the mess.
Hey, but it's painting stuff, so that's fine.
It is painting mess. Yeah, I'm making a Night Lord's army for Horus Heresy.
Oh, okay, nice. Yeah, we like a bit of Warhammer 40k as well.
That's
Warhammer Fantasy.
Too bad. The main thing is the mandatory cat treats on the other end to stop them from absolutely destroying everything. But that's what we're looking at the moment.
Well, my camera's fixed at the moment, so I can't show you mine. But just imagine that it's really tidy.
It looks really tidy behind you.
Have you guys seen? Is it Gattaca, the movie?
Mm-hmm.
There's a scene in that where a guy goes in and they've all got these pristine desks, and every single stapler is in the same space on every desk.
Yeah,
and all the pens and everything. That's Chris's desk in the office.
Oh wow, nice. Man after my own heart. There you go, brilliant.
Can you imagine that, like the Stone Sword Paperfort office, because we share an office, looks mostly like this, generally, and then you have this like 2-foot square of pristine calm, which Chris occupies.
Nice.
I do have a dirty admission to make, though. I've never owned a Kallax in my life.
Oh,
and I don't know whether that means I'm ostracized now.
No, this isn't a Kallax. This is a knockoff.
Oh, it's a Smalax.
It's a Smalax.
I was going to say it was a
Gravelax. That's a Gravelax if ever I've seen one.
Ow!
It's a knockoff Kallax that I bought from knockoff IKEA called Yusk.
Yes.
And it's okay. I don't think it would survive another house move, but it's doing okay.
Ah, bless you. Well, Bez says it's so. Joe Paul's got to go. So cheerio, Joe. I hope you come and get a chance to join the quiz, or just for a bit of fun. If not, or maybe another time. Bez says it's much tidier than their desk. So there you go. And Buzzin's like, what? No Kallax?
Sorry, Buzz.
Come on,
This
Chris.
should be a thing, right? This is a competition in the new year, Chris. Like, who's got the worst desk in Lincoln Geekland, right? That's a competition, right?
Yeah.
I think that's a damn good idea. Yeah. I'm making a note of it now.
Can you do polls on stream? Can you? Is that a thing where you can do like a poll at some point to see who's ever owned a Kallax or not?
Yeah, I think we could do that as well. Don't let me forget about that one.
That's a controversial poll. You might.
Well, I want to know how much of it is a meme and how much of it is actually like people love this.
There's going to be a lot of confirmation bias, right? Because you'll see it overrepresented, but you won't see all the people that people don't turn up and go, "I've not got a Kallax."
But despite the fact I've got one there,
a lot of Kallaxes in Western media generally.
Just in general.
I'd love to know how much money IKEA have made just from Kallaxes.
This is the kind of cutting edge journalism that Doalg needs.
Yeah,
the Kallax revolution.
Are they really the best shelving unit for board games? I got one because when I wanted to store my games, I was like, well, what do I get? And everybody said, "Oh, get a Kallax." So I did. But then, this Kallax, this one, that's actually a 5x5. That goes all the way through that cupboard. It took me 3 hours to get the damn thing in there. It's never coming back out again.
Hey, look, I've got 2 Kallaxes literally next to each other. And ideally, rather than having them on display, I'd like them all to be in nice, pristine white boxes like those down there. But unfortunately, I just can't justify the cost of just getting a load of white boxes.
I've made a note of what is the best shelving unit for gamers as something for us to potentially do in 2023. We'll have to rent some warehouse space at some point and have
that would be hilarious.
We all put together different brands of shelving.
We have a race. We could see which one's the quickest to put together.
Yeah.
And then we could do a test with the heaviest. We could get boxes and fill them with sand for weights, and we could test the bowing strength. Yeah. This could be a real thing. Can I be a guest?
I could put
There's the budget for it, maybe.
Surely we can get sponsored. Surely IKEA donate if we explain. Donate. We can get Kallax from IKEA. Anyone work at IKEA? Anyone listening that works at IKEA? Do us a solid.
Yeah, do us a solid and donate some Kallaxes so we can do a review and have a laugh. Building Kallaxes so you can build one quickest.
Speed building Kallaxes and stress testing them.
Yeah, and then picking a game out of it in time. Here we go. Look, I made a Twitter poll. Okay,
oh yes, thanks, Bez.
Thanks, Bez. Brilliant, good,
incredible work.
Also, Bez will be able to get an excellent sample size, so I trust the data that comes in from Bez's poll.
Yeah. Share that with us, please, Bez. Buzzin says, my current wall of Kallax is 3x4, a 2x4 twice, and a 2x2 twice. Once moved to the correct room, there will be another 2x3 added.
That's a lot of Kallax.
That's a lot of
the commitment to Kallax that we're looking for.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, I mean,
that's
look,
commitment with a K, by the way.
It is commitment with a K. Yeah, I mean, look, I wish they did Kallaxes, with little drawers just for Lego storage. Because you can see down the end of that, I've got
someone's got an Etsy store that does that, right?
If IKEA don't do it yet, why they don't do it yet, I don't know. That integrates inside your little Kallax section, and you put, all your drawers just fit in perfectly, and then you open it out, and behind it there's additional storage. That would be amazing.
Have you seen the it's something they've made. They're claiming they've made it for DJs, I think, and it's like a Kallax, but the top is like a much longer, thinner shelf, like that you can put like big games like your coffin boxes from FFG, like Tide of Iron and Fortune and Glory. It's like that kind of shaped shelf, and you can put it in lengthways.
Oh, okay,
that's quite good. Assuming anybody's still got a coffin box Tide of Iron or Fortune and Glory, because I haven't seen one of those for years.
Jeremy, crazy. Yeah, I know. It's all these wonderful things that we'd like, to store our board game collections, our Lego collections, all sorts. Basically, geeky stuff. Make it better. And maybe sponsor us. Is it Kallaxes or is it Kalixi or Kallax or Kallaxon?
I love Kallaxon being
I like Kallaxon.
One that's Kallaxon would be the Kallax that holds speakers, wouldn't it? That would be the one called the Kallaxon. Just going to leave that there.
No, I like that one. Kallaxon, is pretty. Mostly Harmless likes that.
I think because it'd probably be Kallaxor or Kallaxer.
Kallaxor sounds like someone that's coming from space to.
Yeah, Kallaxor sounds like something out of what is it?
He-Man. Sounds like something out of He-Man.
Yeah. Sui has pointed it out again, but I'm gonna put it up because it is bloody adorable. Have they all gone?
No, you can still get them. So we've actually just opened, because we're doing our backer kit now. If you go to the Cosmoctopus Kickstarter page, you can actually late pledge, or if you've already pledged, when you get your survey for backer kit, which will be happening over the next couple of days, you can add Cosmoctopus plushies. So please go build your Cosmoctopus plushie army. Please do.
I like that. So Mostly Harmless says Kallaxon is pretty, but Kallaxor destroyed my home planet. Bez, Kallaxus, destroyers of the universe.
I'd love there to be a song for that. That sounds like it should be the title of like a.
You go. Is Kallaxus the arch nemesis of Cosmoctopus?
Oh, it could be.
Oh, expansion.
Well,
expansion.
You say that, but
you heard it here first.
There may well be an expansion already in the pipeline, which involves another dimension that we don't know about yet in the Cosmoctopus universe, which might have a nemesis of sorts. But I'm not.
So have we just had another leak?
Maybe. That was me. Sorry, I leaked again.
You can access the other dimension by going through a square of your Kallax. If you can get through to the other side.
I do that whenever I go to get Cosmoctopus out of my Kallax. I feel like I enter another realm. I really do.
Yeah, you feel a pull. You feel a pull of the Inky realm.
Yeah, that's a good point. They do have glass boards and glass doors for miniatures. Yeah, that's what I've got on mine over there. That's where I display my Lego. I've got glass doors and stuff. So
you can get. I looked the other week, and actually, like if you Google for, if you go on Etsy for like Kallax accessories, there's like this whole like mini like micro economy of people making indie things like attachments and stuff that you can get for your Kallax, which is why I feel like it's an interesting thing that it's such a popular thing that people make money making stuff for the Kallax.
Okay, well then, I think that's definitely something we're gonna have to look at in the new year. Then, Gregor.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's fine. We'll have to look. We'll have to investigate
things. I keep coming up with things for Chris to organise, and yeah.
Well, I'm going to chuck that one your way because you mentioned it.
Fine.
No, there's lots of us at Dario Lincoln Geek. We can all do something. Hey, Pete may even enjoy doing that. So you never know. So and he says there's a special shelves for miniatures on display purposes, not sold by IKEA. There you go. Apparently, so far, out of 21 voters, 67% currently own a Kallax. Thank you very much, Bez. According to their self-reporting.
Live from Bez. Update.
we're live with Bez
live
out
Bez
in the
Twitter.
Metaverse. I am on the internet.
I've got it open on my phone right now. So I can...
Technology, man. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Update. I'd like to give an update about Crazy Picks as well, by the way. I just bought myself a copy. £2.80. £2.80 for a copy of Crazy Picks. RRP £31.
Nice.
7.2 on BGG from 760 ratings. I'm in.
Excellent. There you go. Brilliant. Wonderful. That's what we like to see. Can't go wrong with that.
I'll report back.
Report back.
It's going to be one of our mandatory fun days in the office.
Yes, mandatory fun days.
Yeah. You will have mandatory fun with Crazy Picks, the game.
Yeah. Brilliant. Well, look, I'm going to say let's call it because we've got some lovely people out on internet land who'd like to possibly participate in a fun quiz. So I couldn't fortunately figure out a way to switch over to work with StreamYard. So we're going to have to end the stream here and then restart it just on Facebook. So if you would like to participate and you're watching on our relevant other platforms in the quiz, online, then please do head on over to our Facebook page and you'll see the video kick off in a couple of minutes once I've shared the invite out to here who would like to join for the continued fun. And then we'll catch you all again next month with our new episode of Let's Talk Board Games. So take care, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for joining. It's been a great laugh, and we will catch you all again soon in the new year. Have a lovely holiday. Take care. Stay safe and keep gaming, everyone.
Bye, everybody. Facebook.com/Diary of a Lincoln Geek.
There you go. Right, so I'm going to end that one.